Hello and welcome to the Wilderness Podcast, coming at you live from Canada, Ontario. I am your host, Dilz, and over there we got Deagin.
Hey, how's it going?
There he is. How was your week?
Pretty good. Can't complain. It's been really hot and humid and thundery and stuff, but
It has.
I can't complain.
Surviving?
Yeah, I'm shredding along. I'm making it.
Nice, that's good. Well, you been playing any video games, anything like that? Jamming any RuneScape?
Yeah, well, I guess RuneScape related. I got 90 Slayer, and I think I'm almost 94 or 95 defense. I don't remember.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, I did a little PKing.
Did you get anything? Do any dying?
No kills, no deaths.
Ooh.
Not too much. I haven't started Deadman mode yet. I might start that soon, but once the immunity comes out, because I was like 2 days late, and I just might as well wait. Non-RuneScape related, just like random games like Player Unknown, some WoW, and Black Desert Online. I started trying out that MMO.
Oh, cool. Is that because of the Steam sale?
Yeah, Steam sale, and I've had like 5 or 6 people like try and get me to play with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you gotta start playing. It's a sweet game. I mean, it's okay. It's Black Desert Online. It's like a Korean MMO, so
okay.
It makes it really grindy. I mean, I haven't done too much yet, but apparently the game gets super grindy as you go along, and it's kind of overly complicated. Like I compare it with like Eve meets Albion Online in terms of like the PvP aspect, and not really, like, there's no raids or anything, I don't think. I'm not really too sure, though. And then it's also, they just have, like, a lot of shit that's, like, really complicated, and...
True. Yeah, I'm completely lost.
Yeah, pretty, like, intense economy system and stuff like that. And, I don't know, it seems a little pay to win, so it's kind of, like, making me not like it so much.
Yeah, that sucks.
Everyone, like, that's told me, it's like, oh, dude, it's definitely not pay to win, dude. And I, like, looked up, like, I Googled some, like, Black Desert Online, like, Google, like, I mean, like, noob tips or something. I just, like, Googled that. Like, beginner tips, some random thing, just, like, so I can get shit done and, not mess up as I'm leveling. And, like, everyone's like, oh, yeah, you should just go on the in-game market and spend some real money and buy pets because they loot for you. Because there's no, like, auto loot and there's no AoE loot. So you have to, like, it's like vanilla WoWs, and you have to go to every single body and, like, spam R, except, you don't have to...
True.
I mean, WoW, you had to click it, but then you have to hit a button, so it's kind of annoying. And then, like, they're all, like, the game was, $10. $10, you don't have to pay per month, so it's fine if you spend an extra 60 on in-game stuff that help you level. And I'm like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah, what? No, dude. But I don't know. I'm liking it so far. The combat's really cool. It's like
a lot of people play that game.
Yeah, it's like one of the most popular games on Steam.
So
like
it's how many do you think would be playing? Is it more than RuneScape? Do you say?
I have no idea what the player base. It feels way more alive than RuneScape though. But RuneScape's a little different. They have so many more servers.
Yeah, and plus, there's so many different spots just within the game itself, so it just gets spread out.
But like, I don't know, the game's fairly new to North American servers, I think.
Yeah.
So, and plus, like, Summit 1G plays it, and, like, everyone is playing it because of him. Like, I can tell. People have, like, little Summit 1G nicknames and stuff, And like, a lot of people, like, were playing because of the streamer, like...
That name sounds familiar from, like, I'm guessing he played League of Legends or something?
CSGO. CSGO, H1Z1, okay. Yeah, he got known from CSGO, and now he's pretty much like Lyric, like he's really popular, kind of just plays what he wants.
True. Cool.
Or whatever company sponsors him, I assume, I don't really know. I don't really watch him too much, but I don't know, the game's pretty popular, feels more alive, but it's also like more different than RuneScape, I guess. Less servers, it's new, and a lot, like, the game is a lot more straightforward in terms of, like, you level and you go and kill these bosses and stuff, and, like, RuneScape, I guess you do the same thing, but there's so much more to do in terms of, like, different skills and all that jazz. A lot of, like, mini games people will be at, like, this game, like, at least it feels, because I'm still in the early stages, everyone's kind of in, like, the same area, I guess, all the time.
Okay.
I might be completely wrong though, but I don't know. I was gonna say, surprisingly, the skilling aspect and stuff is a lot more AFK than RuneScape. Like, 'cause you
Really?
can fish in this game, yeah. So like the way it works is like you can, when you're buying and selling on the auction house, you get experience. When you're like,
What?
mining, you get experience to like your total level, right? Like your combat, like your actual level, and you get experience from like fishing and stuff like that. But like the way you can do is you just go into this area, you fish, and then you can literally either sit there and do the little fishing mini game and get better fish and get more fish per hour, or you can just like throw it a line and go AFK. Like that's what I've been doing. I've been every time I'm not playing it, I just go and set up and start fishing and go AFK, and I'll like go play RuneScape for a bit, go play WoW or PUBG or something. Like I went to bed and did it. You just wake up, you have a full inventory, and your like raw durability is broken, so you have to go get another one. But
Okay.
so
Interesting.
it's kind of cool that it's more AFK, and it's weird. You have like mounts, and your mounts have levels. Like your horses can level up and shit. I mean, I got a donkey. Everyone's riding these stallions. I'm riding a fucking stupid little donkey because I don't know. I'm just a noob, so I look really ridiculous. But
Cool. No, I was just curious on how popular it was because at work I started working with this new guy. He's just working for the summer. He's in high school, and I was like training him, not training him, but I was just working with him for a bit. And we were just talking, and he was saying that he played video games. So I was asking what kind of video games he played and shit like that. And whatever, he just lists some console games. But I asked if he ever played any MMO RPGs, and he's like, "No, I've heard of them, but I don't really know what it is." And I was like, really? I was kind of shocked. I don't know if that's like a common case now, but I was like, because I know like MMOs are kind of dying. They're not how they used to be. When I was in high school, that's what everybody played.
Yep.
Right?
MMOs were like WoW was the League of Legends. Like it was.
Yeah,
the
so I guess it's
Titan.
League of Legends now, but I was just surprised that he was unfamiliar of just MMO RPG games in general. Like he's like, yeah, I know those games exist, but I couldn't list any. And I'm like, like World of Warcraft and stuff. He's like, oh yeah, I've heard of that game and whatnot. It's just like, man, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So I was just curious. I'm interested to see like what some of the top MMOs are in the world now.
I mean, WoW probably, RuneScape probably.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's like a tier 1, but back, World of Warcraft used to dominate everything, and then that thing's just gone, it's gone downhill, but there's nothing else that just dominates the MMO scene that I'm aware of.
RuneScape has always been like up there. Like I'd say at least top 5 always.
Yeah, it's there. Like the thing is it grabs a certain type of people, and like some people will just never be able to play RuneScape.
Yep.
I've had friends I introduced to them, and they try to get into it, and they're just like, honestly, man, like I don't like that style. And I was like, it's fair. Like I can see why. Like fair enough. Not everyone will like it, but like I would say before World of Warcraft, it would definitely. I think RuneScape was dominating at least.
And like EverQuest, I think there's always been a game more popular than RuneScape.
That's what I was gonna say. Then I'm not really too familiar with EverQuest either, but I do know it was huge. And
yeah, I don't know. I think RuneScape's always been popular. I don't think it's ever been number 1, but it's always been like that steady. We're not number 1, but we're also not like the least popular. Like we're at that top 5 consistently. I think.
Yeah,
because like EVE Online, when I played, there was like 20,000 people on at a time. And keep in mind, it's a lot like RuneScape, as in people have multiple accounts. Like it's not I mean, it's not unheard of in like EVE. So like a guy's playing 4 different accounts at the same time.
Yeah. Are you
just
saying
like
20,000 as that's a lot, or that's not a lot?
Oh, not a lot, because like RuneScape
okay.
at its lowest was like 20, 25 or something old school.
Ooh, fuck yeah.
After the big bot busting wave and stuff. Like RuneScape's always been more than like EVE Online, and Albion Online has never been like too popular. I like that game, but
that game's fairly new. Has it even been released yet?
I don't know. That's the thing. You keep a game in beta too long, and it's when it comes out, no one's really gonna care.
Huh. Okay, so that's funny. Its initial release date is July 17th for Albion Online.
Yep.
So it's coming out soon. Yeah, like we both have the beta, and I was playing. I joined some guild, and I was dabbling a bit. What I liked about it is you could play it on your mobile, so that was sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got a message on Discord being like, "All right, everybody, we're gonna start her back up because the release is coming out in a couple weeks." I was like, "Oh fuck, yeah, that game exists, doesn't it?"
Yeah. I mean, it was fun. I love the PvP in that game.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. I mean, I really liked it. And Black Desert, it's fun because it's new. I love playing new games. I don't want to like say you guys should try it out or if it's good or bad because like I'm in such early stages and there are some things that actually really bug me about the game, but things I really like. Just like the game, there's like server-wide messages to tell you when guilds are at war, when somebody puts an expensive item up in the auction house, when someone attempts to like upgrade a piece of gear. And so there's like a piece of your UI that is just clogged with like blinking text of like random shit happening, which is fucking annoying as hell and I hate it. But like the combat's super sweet. It's like you can do like really cool combos. Like the combat is like really, really fluid and it's super fun.
Cool.
But like I said, I'm like level 25 and like 5 of those levels are from like AFK fishing while I'm like playing RuneScape and doing other things.
True. Okay. Well, I guess that was Deagin's weekly game review.
Yep.
Thumbs up or thumbs down? What are you going with this time?
A little in the middle. You know what I mean?
Ooh, one of each. Okay.
I can't recommend it yet. I don't know. Maybe next week I'll give you guys a
stay
better
tuned.
Better
Stay
opinion.
tuned. Fun stuff. All right. Let's see my week. What did I do? RuneScape related. It was, I guess, pretty eventful. Some milestones have been reached, boys. Pretty excited to say. Actually, that's kind of a lie. I wish it felt a little bit better. But I got 99 strength.
Nice.
Yeah, that was all right. The thing I'm most thrilled about, though, is that I'm just like, finally I can level up attack and use a different weapon, and it's going to be fun to soar through a bunch of the attack levels.
Yeah. Like
But,
now that you've got a 99, like getting up to 90 is going to feel like no time.
Yeah, that's
how I
exactly
felt.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, every 99 I get, the levels just don't seem that bad. Like you're like, oh, 800k to like, 94, 95 defense, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
So yeah, that happened, and then oddly enough, this felt a little bit better. But I also got 85 Slayer.
Nice.
So both those skills I never got and back on my old account. I think Slayer I definitely bailed way too early, but then Strength I bailed at 98. So there it is. But I've always wanted to kill Abyssal Demons, just because you know what I mean. Just to get the whip.
Yeah, for the nostalgia.
Yeah, that's something I've just always wanted to kill, and I haven't got them for a task yet, but I'm hoping one day
I got my first whip on like kill 20 from Abbey Demons, and then I've killed like 1,000 since then and haven't gotten one. So it's not, it's not the best, but
it's the way she goes.
Yeah.
What else did I get? Oh yeah, and then I've been I dropped that master clue where I needed to get, I think it was like 82 Herblore or some shit.
Yep.
Said fuck that, but I decided I'm gonna continue getting my farming up as well as getting my Herblore up, just because, well, I'm farming the herbs anyways. Might as well just make
What's your herbs at? What's your Herblore level at?
So last week I was at like 64, I believe, or 65. I'm at 67 now, and I'm probably gonna be 68 tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
What you should do is farm your herbs, farm Quarms and Lantidimes. Because Quarms are for the super strengths, you use those up until anti-fires. That's what people do for like, oh, excuse me. That's what people do for efficient, like, Herblore, I guess.
But,
experience. And you can get some good farming out of
the only thing is, I'm making, basically what I'm farming is the highest herb that I can make into a potion.
Yep.
Which is Candentine, I think it's called, or Candent. I don't know. I'm not looking at the name right now, but you know which one I'm talking about. It makes super defense.
Yep.
So I'm using those because those will give you the best experience, and then you do your herb boxes every day from NMZ, and just throughout Slayer, you're fucking banking a shit ton of herbs.
Yeah.
And
what I had to do, like, I need to make like 2,000 or something, maybe a bit more super strengths to get to anti-fires, I think, which is like 72
Hold
or
on,
something,
wait.
I think.
Why are you going with super strengths?
I don't know. Cost effective and it's good experience. So like, okay.
10 years ago, that was the way we did it, so I'm sticking to it.
Well, super strengths you can make at like 62 or like a 60 something herb lore. So it's good experience, but one quorum is like 2k gold. And like, this is when I did the price checks a couple weeks ago and when I bought all my seeds. And the seeds themselves were 1k. So you're saving a shit ton of money if you're planting them, which I've been doing because I also need farming levels.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, minimum was 5 quorums per seed. So, I mean, I guess like for how much you're investing and how much you're getting out guaranteed, you know, you're doubling your money essentially, more than doubling your money. You're making a lot of money back because people do a lot. Like super strengths is a pretty popular potion to make for, herb lore levels up until anti-fires.
I think I've read that, but that was something where like when you're buying the herb, because if you're growing it, it makes no sense to grow the herb that's gonna, you know, like a potion that's like 62 opposed to 65. Because obviously 65 will grant you more experience, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing it for cost efficiency. Like at the time, it was way more cost effective and like GP per experience at the time where I looked at the prices and invested in all the seeds and stuff. At the time, it was way more GP or way less GP per EXP to grow my own quorums and then clean them and then make the potions.
Well, I kind of did the same thing. I went through all the seeds recently just to see which ones were good, and Candentine's the ones that I need to do right now. They were selling for dirt cheap. I believe it was like 400 gold. Let me look it up right now. Okay, I just used OS Buddy, and it says 270 GP for a Cadentine. And then the herb sells for 2,000.
Decent. Maybe I should swap over then.
Yeah, I'm sure it fluctuates a lot, though. You gotta probably have to check on the, I know there's like a bot or something, or a script that kind of checks all the prices in the GE. The bot checks the GE, and it'll tell you which herbs or which potion is gonna cause you to lose the least amount of money and possibly gain you some money, but that never fucking happens.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I believe it's, I'm gonna find it and maybe I'll throw it up on Twitter. I'll do that tonight after the show. So yeah, and I think I was at 70 farming, now we're sitting at 72.
Nice.
I don't do a lot of, I don't do it too much during the week. Cause, I must be just terrible at the game, but to do like a full farm run, it takes me like at least half an hour.
Really?
Minimum.
Do you have like...
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me cut. I'm growing almost everything I can. I'm doing I'm growing 5 trees, 5 fruit trees. I'm going to the 4 allotments to grow like the strawberries and herbs and shit like that. And then I'm doing the bushes. There's 4 bushes. And I'm also doing mushrooms and cactus.
Okay. That's a little ridiculous. That's a mission and a half.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's kind of ridiculous. But then I found out from the cactuses, like the cactus spine. Sorry, the cacti. Look at me over here. The cacti spine sell for like at like 4,000 each.
It's pretty decent.
Yeah, sorry, 6,000 each, and the cactus seed is only 500 GP.
Damn.
And you get like 4 from harvesting.
Yeah, that's pretty decent.
It's fucking crazy. So yeah, that's pretty nutty. Been doing that. Just check out hops. That's the only thing I'm missing is hops.
Yeah, no, I literally just do herbs. I have trees and fruit trees planted that I haven't checked yet. I'm gonna check the health on like the last level, I think, of the farming.
Oh, dude,
I'm stopping at like 68.
I'm going full farmer over here. Like, I'm collecting like a shit ton of cactus spines, mushrooms. I get some curry going, some strawberries, some herbs. Actually, I turn them into potions, then I sell them. And then eventually limp roots because you get so fucking many of them. And then you get your poison ivy. So I get to go to the GE and sell like a whole inventory of fruit and vegetables and stuff.
Nice.
It's nice. Yeah, it is. They need to open up a farmer's market or something.
Yep.
So those milestones were hit. And what else had happened? Oh yeah, I went PKing and died and lost my whip again.
How?
I think I think I got smited for it.
You think?
Okay, that's what I want. That's what I want to say happened because they were definitely smiting me. But then, like, I had the volume on, and I looked back on it, and I was like, my prayer wasn't that low, and I also don't remember hearing the prayer noises coming on during the fight. You know what happened? I bet I forgot to protect the item.
Yeah, dude. Whenever I'm standing in the wilderness, I always just have protect item. It drains so little prayer, and I just bring an extra prayer potion because why not? I have like 2 or 3 on me when I go PKing, like in Edgeville.
Oh no, I started doing that because of the rusher that killed me and I lost my last whip. And then the rusher that killed me before that and I lost the Torregs and shit. No, that's when I learned to never stay at 50 health when you're looting.
Yeah.
Right, lesson learned there. So, this time, I had it turned off. I was goofing around. I did something else that made me think I turned on Smite and I thought all my other prayers were on. I think that's what I did. I went to go turn on my prayers and I normally don't turn on Smite, but if someone's going to smite me and they refuse to take it off, I'm going to throw it on. And I think that's what distracted me from the rest.
Have you ever had it where someone smites up on you and you smite back and they tell you to smite off?
No, I haven't had that.
I had that happen to me this week and I was like, huh. And I just said like you first or something, and he called me a faggot and tellied. Straight up. I was like, what? What is this?
Like, I know you tellied away there, but I feel like I lost that one. You really got my mind in jambles right now. I'm
got stumped. The last word in. He won.
Yeah. Well, there it is. Yeah, oh yeah, just the other day, me and Paragoran, I think that's how you say name. You know what I'm talking about, though. But we decided to go PKing last night, and but no, I want to say though we didn't die, so that's fucking solid, fucking win right there. Oh, okay, and then last thing I have to say about RuneScape, I believe this is the last thing that happened. I decided to go on my pier and PK some bots, just doing air orbs, just because, fuck it, why not? It's kind of fun.
Yep.
And I like to kind of scout out for people who are doing like black demons, killing the black demons for Slayer, and then they might be in my mains level range, so then I can jump in and fight them.
Yep.
Yeah, I killed some bots. I made like 200k from doing that, but I saw this dude splashing, and this other guy just miraculously spawns or world hops right on top of where the obelisk is. I'm like, dude, if you go down below, there's a guy splashing down there. And he goes down and kills the dude. The dude had like 5,000 chaos runes and full black gold.
Jesus.
He didn't get the full black gold, but he got the legs and then all the runes and shit. And he came back up and he's like, dude, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, I don't understand.
Yeah, man, that's when
I sent I still have the picture, the PK I got on my pure. I got from a dude just AFK killing black demons because it's like really good magic experience.
But like, fuck, man, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's retarded.
If you find people like safe spotting them,
you should always try and kill them if you can. Like just rush them because like I've gotten like over 2 mil. I got 2 mil cash and like a bunch of like money. I mean, you know, worst case scenario, you kill them and they have nothing. It's like, oh, whatever. But yeah, they're gonna have like a good amount of runes because they think, oh, I'll just tell you in time. But like, they kind of get complacent after a while.
Even more reason to do it is because people are just same thing happened to me. Different circumstances, but different situation in general. But still, I don't know if people are just absent-minded or what. But I killed some guy in the wilderness at the Chaos Temple, and he was doing a clue scroll. He had he's like level 90. I think I was like level 100 or something at the time. He had a granite plate body on and stuff like that. Nothing impressive. He looked kind of poor and shit. So I waited for him to do his clue, and I was gonna let him just run along. But then I was like, you know what? Maybe he got his chest. Maybe I should kill him. So I did that. And I switched because I was kind of PKing there and PVMing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I killed him. He had like 2 mil cash on him.
Damn.
Unless he had an item that's untradeable or something, and it turned into 2 mil when it dropped, but I have no fuck clue what kind of item that could be, but 2 mil, yeah. I have a picture as well. I think we both posted both of ours on fucking...
I think people just like, oh, I've been in the wilderness is dead, and then they just kind of go in and they just have whatever they have on them. They like, oh fuck, I'm level 10. Oh, I'm almost there, and I don't want to go back and bank my money. I'll be fine. oh, fuck, that guy's gonna kill me. I'm gonna wait there. No, he's just PVMing. I'm gonna go do my clue scroll, and I'm dead. What a dick. You know, there goes my items. It's like, well,
Is either that, or he was like, that's fine. And he goes back to his bank to go buy another Dragon Long and shit. And he's like, where the fuck's all my money?
Oh, yeah.
My fucking God, did I have all my money on me? I meant to bring out 1K, not fucking 100 mil. So, because that might have happened. There's a few times I'm running towards the ditch and I have to go, like, do a little U-turn because I noticed I got 3 mil instead of 3K.
yeah.
So I think that's basically my RuneScape week. I don't think I'm missing anything there, but yeah. Oh, I did some. I guess we'll get right into it. We also celebrated Canada's birthday last weekend. Woo!
Yep.
Went to some festivals and shit. Saw some fireworks. Same old stuff. It was pretty fun though.
Mm-hmm.
And then we came back and really celebrated by watching some Deadman mode.
Oh, yeah. Did you watch, you watched the final hour, right?
Yeah, I did watch the tournament. It was funny. We were out at this like little festival and we were like eating food and stuff like that. And then like we decided we were gonna walk back, and it was like 3:00, and I was like, it was like at least an hour walk, just because I was like, fuck it, let's go on this long hike down. I don't feel like driving. It's a beautiful day out. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna miss it, but no big deal. But then fucking Mother Nature blessed us. Well, I mean, a blessing in disguise, because it started to rain. So, you know, the old lady's like, maybe we should call an Uber. And I was like, you know what? I think we should call an Uber. It's only 3:30 right now. Bam, back right in time for the Deadman mode tournament.
Nice.
So priorities. Did you watch it?
Yep. Yeah, for, on Canada's Day, I went to, my buddies, we had a little LAN. We usually have, 1 or 2 LANs, a year.
As is tradition?
Yeah, as of tradition, and, yeah, we were just chilling. It was, me and him. The other guys hadn't got there yet, because they left so fucking late. Because, he lives 2 hours from me and 2 hours from them. He's, right in the middle.
Okay.
And, so they were, really late, but it was just me and him, and he's, just getting back into RS. He's been grinding. He's been doing NMZ like crazy. But, yeah, he's been grinding away. But, yeah, we watched Deadman mode and all that stuff. So, the final area was in Barbarian Village.
Yeah.
And, what they did was they cleared out where the mining rocks are and the hole is to go to the stronghold.
Yeah,
and
it was just an open area.
Yeah, and they turned it into so the final, minutes of it would be in this 9x9 square or something like that, or 12x12 square in the very center of Barbarian Village that you'd have to stay in. So everything's leading up to this. So I don't know, all the clans pretty much right off the bat just get into position to catch people because it's multi.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a clan up in, I think it was Lit or something, that was up in Edgeville.
Okay.
And in between Edgeville and Barbarian Village. And then there's another clan, or maybe it was Lit as well, in, if you're looking at Barbarian Village, it's northwest of it. There's a little hill that you can climb up on. And it's to the left of,
where the monastery is, right?
Not all the way up there, a bit more south. Anyways,
But,
there's a little spot people found out that you can sit in single, but you can hit people in multi. So there's a clan there picking people off as they run into Barbarian Village. You know what I mean?
Fucked.
Yeah.
This is leading up to the final hours, though.
Yeah,
right?
well, this is the final hour.
Oh, sorry, not the final hour. The final minutes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so what it is a lot of clans are positioned, some are at the Draenor Manor south of it, one's Edgeville North, and then the same clan, parentheses, is to the west, northwest of, pretty much in Barbarian Village, just a little northwest in this really cheesy little spot that's kind of interesting. And, then there's, smaller clans fighting around, the goblins at, near Grand Exchange and stuff. I don't know. It, people kind of just stood around, and then once it was okay, you have to get in the center, all the clans just collapsed and went in there.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. I didn't really see too many, there's battles that happen prematurely just for whatever reason. I saw sometimes there's, a group of people, and one guy would start attacking someone, and then that one person would start running away, and then everyone just kind of scatters, and I was like, that's interesting. That they're just, people are, really don't want to fight. At At least
Because
the
it's-
solo players. I mean, sorry. At least from some of the scenes that I saw, you'd hit one spot, everything would scatter. You fucking
Because, like,
swarm
honestly,
flies.
you're better. Like, if you play, like, enough battle royale games, you learn that, like, I mean, RuneScape's different because you pretty much you have a big say in your supplies.
Yeah.
So, like, other battle royale games, it's RNG that gets you supplies. RuneScape is all preparation. So as soon as the final hour starts, you have no reason to fight other people, like in other battle royale. You're playing Player Unknown or H1Z1 or whatever. It's either you're gonna loot until someone kills you, or you're gonna loot, like, enough to, like, hold your own, try and kill people, and then take their loot, so you can... That's part of your preparation, is taking out other people, and, like, same thing when Last Man Standing in RuneScape.
Yeah.
A lot of the preparation is taking out people that have shit that you need, and they can't fight back. So if someone has, like, a bunch of food and, like, no gear, or vice versa, right? You want to try and make sure you have everything. So in Deadman mode... you're really, really, like, encouraged to not fight and to stay at the outer edges and stay away from people or stay in with a clan.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So, leading up
that's
to, like,
exactly what happened.
yeah, which is fine. I expected that. I think everyone expected that if you've watched all the other Deadman mode stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like, honestly, you can still find solo players getting in some cool action. They had the people on stage that got into some action. Some of the streamers and YouTubers were doing some pretty sweet, like, just running around killing people, because, that's how they make their money. They're not going to beat a clan, so they're going to kill everyone they see.
And they know
So
that.
there is still, you did get to see some, like, cool action and some good little 1v1s and stuff go down. But, before the invitational and stuff, there was the clan that had won previously. I think it was Lit. And I don't know what it stands for, but what they were doing was they were, like, mass recruiting. They were just recruiting, like, anyone and everything for this Deadman mode tournament, so they
Okay.
could try and win it again.
Yeah.
And so, like, down to the final minutes, everyone's in this tiny little, like, 12 by 12 square or whatever, this tiny ass area. And the whole time, like, the commentators are, like, saying how many Lit members there are.
Yeah, before we get into that, though, let's talk about once everyone starts collapsing. Like, I remember there was a distinct moment where it went from people running away from the fog till all of a sudden people just releasing barrages and chins, as usual. But, like,
Every single square in that 12 by 12 had, like, 4 stacks nonstop on them. Like,
Yeah,
4
it
hits on them
looked-
nonstop.
a little bit more chaotic this time around with the damages going on, at least. It looked like there was a ton of people who are, like, on the outsides dishing out the damage, and it seemed there's a shit ton of people in the middle who are like, I don't know what's hitting me, but I'm just gonna sit here and spam click, and then, yeah, it seemed like a lot of people were like, man, since I'm attacking all these other people, no one's attacking back, and they're just panicking, so...
Yeah, well, everyone was just getting piled on. Like, it was such a shit show with all the AoEs and stuff.
Yeah, like, I don't see
gonna-
anyone melee, like, no melee fights going down within the box. It's just fucking people getting AoE damage rained upon them while everyone on the outside's throwing it in.
Yeah, it was, in all honesty, it was pretty bad.
I mean, I don't mind
Watching the
seeing
final
it.
bit, I wasn't like, holy shit, look at all the damage. I'm kind of just, like, sitting there in silence. My buddy's, like, sitting next to me, and we're just, like... And he's new to it, right? So he's like, what's going on? I'm like, alright. Everyone's throwing Chinchompas, which are AoE range things, and then people are also spamming Ice Barrage and also Blood Barrage so they can heal. So everyone's just throwing AoEs everywhere, and that's what you're watching, and, like, people are gonna get, like, it's gonna be like this for 10 minutes. And he's like, oh, okay. And we kind of just sat there and, like, alright. Hopefully, and I, like, said to him, like, hopefully all the clans die and we see some cool, like, 1v1s or something with solo players or something, but...
See, that's funny you said that. I had a different perspective, because the way I saw it was when that square got filled and then the AoE started coming in, to me it looked more like a bunch of, a lot of solo players or small clans or inexperienced people. It looked like a bunch of fish getting trapped within a net. Because I saw, like I would see people on the outsides who were able to just keep attacking, and they didn't have to, they weren't, you know what I mean? Like, some people would just sit in there spam healing, you know what I mean? Like, nonstop, just eating, trying to keep their health up.
Oh yeah.
And, like, to me, I'm just like, this is kind of fun to watch. Tons of people just panicking. They don't know what the fuck to do, because, like,
yeah,
they're
but, like,
they're taking it, and, like, maybe we're looking at it differently, because I've started looking at Deadman mode not as a tournament, as more as just like an event. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think the person who's gonna win is like the most skilled, PvPer. I think it's more on the lines of he just survived the damage and or whatever reason it is, right? So it's more of an event. I'm not like this guy's like the best.
Yeah, of course.
It's always some fucking like
who's lucky. Who's lucky, kind of. Or which clan has more people. Yeah.
Which I've come to kind of accept, and I kind of enjoyed that. Like, I kind of like the chaos and the panicking of it.
Yeah, like, the only reason why I'm so negative towards Deadman mode finales is because, like, the main purpose of why Deadman mode's a thing is to get more players into the game, and it works, right? Every season, like, high as hell player base. I have some people in Iceland that don't play RuneScape, but they always play on day one of Deadman mode.
Yeah,
the seasonals. Yeah. Because, like, they don't even play their casual. They usually quit, like, after 2 or 3 days. They just kind of get together and they all play together. And they're like, yo, like, Deagin, come play with us. It's gonna be sweet. Like, come on. And I couldn't at the time, sadly. But, like, so it does get people into it. And, like, the whole point is to kind of, Deadman mode's kind of fun. I kind of want to, like, play legitimate, like, not legitimately, but you know what I mean? Like, have, like, a character that doesn't get crazy experience and isn't deleted after 3 months.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of the whole point, I think, of Deadman mode, at least.
Exposure, too. There's, like, Twitch is a huge, like, place people go to get their entertainment. You know what I mean? And there's probably tons of people who didn't, like, a lot of, the younger generation that didn't grow up with RuneScape. When they see Deadman mode blow up on Twitch, they're probably just like, what the fuck is this? And why is everybody playing this game? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, you have, like, these new people who are checking out this game that they never really thought about checking out before.
Yeah, but, like, if you look at when Inferno first came out, like, I want to see how many accounts were created, how many beginner accounts, because there's when you first make a character in Tutorial Island, there's 3 options. It's like, I'm new, I used to play, or, like, I play this game a lot, and I'm making a new character.
Yeah. Paraphrasing
the 3 options. But I want to know, like, how many of each option is selected when things like Inferno and Raids came out, and like when Deadman mode, like, happens. Like, I want to see how many people actually start playing the game, because like when me and my buddy were watching this seasonal, like this invitational, like, it wasn't like that exciting for me. Maybe he was really into it and he just didn't say anything, but it was kind of just like we just sat there and watched. I mean, I guess we'll explain kind of what happened, because it was best case scenario for kind of something I wasn't into. Yeah. So what happened was, one clan did a huge, like, we were just recruiting anything with a hole or a heartbeat. They're just getting, like, everything in there. Everyone's just kind of getting into lit. And, what happened was, near the end, when, like, most of the players are dead, the commentators are like, okay, lit probably wins this, because what people do in clans is they'll change their name. So, like, their names will be similar. So it's like, when you're clanning, you can't be like, all right, everyone on Dilz, all right, Dilz, everyone on Deagin. It's like, everyone on ILLILLIIOOO. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like, if people have the same types of names, it's like, you can't, and they're wearing the same gear and the same capes, like, you can't, it makes it, like, a lot harder to coordinate who to kill. And so, a lot of people in Lit have names like Lit, but, like, a lot of I's and L's in between the first L and then the T.
Yeah.
And, so at the end, like, oh, looks like Lit won. And then at the end, they start, like, doing hashtag Rot. And then, so then we find out that Rot had people in their clan, like, kind of go rogue, or not go rogue, but I guess be spies and, like, get recruited into Lit to find out which team capes they're wearing and all this stuff.
Fucking
and then they
infiltrated.
Yeah, and then a lot of people in Rot changed their names to Lit, and they brought the same setups and everything, and then had people that were listening in on the Lit team speaks tell Rot where to stand, who they're attacking.
Yeah, they had some moles tapping the line.
Yeah. So, like, it was pretty cool, because in the end, it's like, oh, what a twist of events, Like, Rot was outnumbered, like, I don't know, 2-1, I'm gonna say. I have no idea. And all that jazz. Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of cool to see them, but I was gonna say Rot was the clan that was standing in a single area just northwest of Barbarian, picking off, like, people that were running into multi. That's the one thing I noticed, and because there was 2 Lit clans in 2 different spots, which was weird, but I don't know. It was kind of like the best of the worst situation, in my opinion, because, like, I was watching it, just seeing, like, so much damage go down, and like, I guess because we're not super into like high level clanning, you know, the scene, and we haven't done it and stuff where it's like, you know, 50 on 50 type thing. I've never participated in any like clan events. So like seeing that go down, I just kind of look at it and go like, well, there's, you know, 100 people on the same team on the northeast corner, and they're all attacking a bunch of random people on the southwest corner. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. And now they're moving, you know, southeast, and now they're attacking northeast. It's like, that's kind of like all I could get from it. And I was like, that, like, it was kind of uneventful in terms of like,
that's funny.
the
I thought that
gameplay.
was cool. I like that. I like that part of it because you didn't really know what was going on, but you just saw like there was a plan going on. You know what I mean? It wasn't just people spamming and killing whoever. There was definitely some people who were just controlling that. That's why it reminded me of like fish getting trapped in a net or something. Because like, yeah, the clans were able to just take them out. And then the reason I want to talk about that before we mention the whole getting infiltrated or whatever that was because it was kind of interesting because as it was going down, it was like there was two clans separated almost, and they were just like, they were kind of almost like they were fighting. It's like the last people were dying, and then 3 people died, and the next thing you know, like, you kind of expect like, oh shit, here we go, but then you realize like, oh, they took out their own dudes at the end.
yeah.
That's some crazy shit.
Well,
The
no,
RuneScape
at the-
Red Wedding had happened.
Well, at the end, it was just ROP members that were left. Like, and they started killing each other, yeah.
They went straight episode 3, I think, of Star Wars. Is that the one?
I don't know.
Where Anakin kills all those, like, the young Jedis? The, like, children Jedis? The
Spoilers.
Padawans.
Whoa. Spoilers.
I'm kidding.
Sorry.
A 20-year-old movie. But, yeah, I don't know. It was, it was okay, I guess. Like,
Different ways to look at it, I suppose.
I think I say this like at the end, like during every sum up of the invitational. Like I always say this, what everyone wants is like Bodhi versus someone else, and it's a 1-on-1 in this crazy tribrid fights. Like they want to see like someone everyone likes, and then some other, or maybe 2 people everyone likes, and they want to see some crazy 1v1 go down.
Yeah,
But
or maybe like a
that's
2v2 could work, right?
Like anything, just like they don't like the worst way to end it, and it always happens, is just people killing themselves and saying, "Hey, we won."
Yeah, exactly. So
Cool.
that's why I thought of it more of an event and not a tournament, because if it's a tournament,
Yeah.
that's kind of sad. But yeah, what you're saying for like a tournament, you know, like a 2v2 battle, like tri-breeding sort of, it'd be fun because you can see the teams kind of adapt each season, you know, sort of like an arenas kind of thing that you fucking shit on last time I mentioned it.
Yep.
I'll do it again and again. I'll do it again and again.
Son of a bitch, it's what we need, I'm telling you.
I don't know. I was like thinking like, at least with the gas, a clan wouldn't win every time. If like, you know, eventually how they flood the last area, like, the whole map's flooded with gas.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only time a solo player can actually win.
No, I mean, like, I totally agree with you. That's why, like, I don't think they should stop Deadman mode, but, like, to bring in, like, a 1v1, and I think you should go up to 2v2, maybe even a 3v3, and having a tournament that way would be fucking awesome. I think that would be really wicked to watch, and, like, with a 1v1, it would be, like, a come down to, like, a tri-breeding fight, and you're not gonna see, much of a variety in, like, fight styles amongst the top tier, PvPers, right?
Yeah.
But the reason I say like we should a 2v2 or 3v3 be interesting because you're gonna start seeing different sets of like you're not gonna have 3 people wearing the same gear and just tri-breeding, right? I think you're gonna have other people like, okay, I can focus on this a little bit or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like if you have this weapon, I can bust out this weapon. We can combo them down and fuck. You know what I mean? Like
I feel like it would still be,
You'd have tank gear and then DPS gear, and you just kind of be swapping in between those and tri-breeding.
yeah, but I feel like
'Cause,
there'd be
like-
a little bit of variety because like yeah, and that's what people realize that they kind of want is like to see people actually skilled at the game, right? Because like
Yep.
like what you were mentioning before, you're interested to see how many people started playing the game or created accounts because of the new Fire Cape, right?
yep.
Which kind of comes down to like how many people don't play RuneScape because there's not enough like skill oriented stuff to do. And when I say skill, I mean like like yourself being good at the game, not like sitting there
Yeah.
and grinding out strength levels, but like how well can you switch between these styles and do that? Because when it comes down to it, that's really what Jad is. It's very mechanically heavy.
I just find that like people, you know, they look at like PKing or something and they're like, oh, that doesn't take too much skill. But like you can look up like people like, I think his name on YouTube is Boris OSRS. He's a YouTuber and he like does pure PKing in Edgeville, and like you see him do, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure his name is Boris though. Boris OSRS. He's like a pure, and he's like super mechanical. Like he does crazy shit that like I could never do, and that's like the Edgeville type of thing, right?
Obviously, yeah, for sure.
Like if you go like, I can send you a video like now, and you can watch it after this, and you'll know, or you can just put it on as I'm talking.
Yeah, but I'm
like-
sure I know what you're talking about. I've probably have I've seen some, even myself when I've gone PKing, I've seen some guys do some wacky ass shit like busting out a D Halley in between switching to their real weapon because they're just like, it's like a fakie. I guess like, yeah, what it's interesting is how like a lot of people who are turned off from this game because they think this game has a lack of skill, because like, yeah, there are some things that there's some bosses you turn on your fucking prayer attack and you just sit there, tank and spank them. A lot of people think that's a lot of what RuneScape is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel like they want to see tournaments. You know what I mean? Just a 1v1,
Yep.
2v2 with 3v3 would definitely satisfy what people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so Rot ended up winning the Deadman mode tournament, and after that, Deadman mode season started. I don't know if you've played any of the Deadman mode since.
I have not. I haven't
jump
tried
on?
this season yet. Waiting for the immunity, and then I'll start playing it.
So I decided to jump on. Me and Peregrine decided we're gonna try to do some Deadman mode this season, and start off decently. So I get my crafting up. Oh, got the stronghold security first thing right off the bat.
Nice.
Started getting some ranged up. Yeah, and then I decided I want to get some crafting up and maybe get some Hunter, because Hunter gives you a lot of, like, random shit. Not just from, like, imps and stuff, but, like you said before, the Quebec crossbow.
Yep.
And you get some gear and shit like that, too. But sadly, that journey was short-lived because I kept fucking dying.
How?
Just, a few times I'm an idiot, and I would just, like, walk to use the washroom and leave myself at the cows at Lumbridge or something, or some random spot, and thinking I'd be okay, because I'm like, no one's gonna kill me here. That'd be pretty ballsy.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of times when I went to the Fedlip Hills to do Hunter, which is, I think that's the place that's south of Castle Wars, just because once you go down there, there's nowhere safe to really run. You're kind of fucked. It's like an open area.
Yeah.
So I died a bunch there, and I kept wanting to train my Hunter, so I kept heading in that direction. But I actually did also kill somebody. They had like a 50k bank, which is pretty sweet, because this is on like day 2.
Yep.
Yeah, so I might try that out on my main next, because I was playing on my pure. So I might try it on my main with the 6 hours as well, but I don't know. It's hard. I fall behind, then I die, and then I realize, like, I don't want to sit down on Deadman mode for 1 hour and play. If I'm going to play for an hour, I kind of want to play RuneScape, so. Plus, I had to get my 99 strength, so fuck, there it is.
Yeah, see, my thing is, like, the only, like, I'll, like, lay out a plan, and then, like, I've always tried to do a ranging start, because, like, you know, highest DPS, and on day 1, you have more potential with range than, like, melee, and then it's also cheaper than magic, right?
Yes, sir.
So I usually did, like, a range start, and then, like, now I'm kind of thinking, like, oh, you know, maybe I'll just, do the stronghold, get the fire strikes and stuff ready, and then just do waterfall, fight arena, like, do, like, those 4 quests, Grand Tree, Tree Gnome, and do all those at the same time, and then I'll wind up with, like, 40, you know, whatever. I'll have, like, some good stats. It's so stressful. Yeah, I think during the 6-hour immunity, I'm gonna sit down and just, like, figure out the fastest way to get, like, a D-Sim, probably. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like myself, I get super excited every season. I'm like, I'm going to hop on. This is it. I'm going to actually put my fucking soul in. I'm not going to fuck the real RuneScape. I'm gonna stick to Deadman mode this time, just for a month. It'll be fun, we'll get to a high level and stuff. This is the season where they did all these good changes. But, I start falling behind, and then, I come home from work, and I got, like, 2 hours to play, and I'm like, I could play that, or maybe, let me just jump on real RuneScape for a second, and next thing you know, it's like, alright, guess we're not playing tonight. So, love the idea of it. I won't be surprised if I don't jump on it with the 6-hour protection, but we'll wait and see. I also wanted to mention, after the Deadman mode, I decided I wanted to go fucking, actually, this is what, after I did some of the Deadman mode, and I'm like, you know what, and I died a few times, I was like, let's go PKing. Then I lost my whip, didn't work out too well, and I was like, you know what, let's do some Last Man Standing. I enjoyed that when that first came out. I really had fun playing it. And not one person was there. Nobody plays that game.
No, Last Man Standing is dead as hell.
Like, no, I was actually disappointed that, like, if I wanted to play that, I literally have to go on, like, Reddit or maybe, like, make an event ourselves and, like, try to set up something to get everyone to play. And even then, you're gonna, why the fuck should I, no one wants to play fucking Last Man Standing. I don't know, man. Like, I actually had fun. Maybe I'm alone in this one, but when I was playing, especially in the beta, and they had it open just for testing and stuff, I played that for, like, 6 hours straight. I remember I had my laptop and I was taking a shit and I was just trying out some Last Man Standing and I didn't get off the can for like 4 hours. It was bad.
Nice.
Fucking went numb as hell, but
yeah,
I don't know.
The opposite. I've done like 4 or 5 games of Last Man Standing and I'm like, nah.
Really?
I like Battle Royale games.
Yeah, I've come down to the top 3 a bunch of it. And yeah, you like Battle Royale games, so what's going on there?
I just don't think RuneScape fits for it, in my opinion. I just don't think it's fitting.
I really enjoyed
Battle Royale.
Really enjoyed it, and you know what I mean. That's the thing. As it is now, I wouldn't be playing it a lot, but it's sad that even if I'm like, let's jump on to play a match or so, it's not like Castle Wars. Castle Wars was at least a game going on.
Mm-hmm.
Last Man Standing is nothing. Maybe it needs some fucking rewards you can actually get from it. That's the problem. There's nothing.
Money.
Yeah, but like you. Yeah, but like you should be able to win points, I think, and be able to exchange it for some cosmetics. I don't know.
Turn into a pile of gas or a cloud of gas.
Yeah,
Or poison people.
Sure. Yeah, at this point, if it's gonna save the game, why not? Yeah, that's all I wanted to mention. I guess we can move on. So yeah, Deadman mode. The new season started. It's going on until Thursday, July 27th. And the next one's going to be hosted at RuneFest, the 2017 RuneFest. So, cool. RuneFest is coming up. It's a little earlier this year.
Is it?
Yeah, because we covered RuneFest already last year. And we haven't been doing the show for a year yet. Our year anniversary's in September.
Well, we're getting there. Time's,
What's RuneScape doing, though? They're trying to sneak in an extra Deadman mode? They're trying to sneak in an extra RuneFest?
I think so. They need that RuneFest ticket money,
Oh, motherfuckers. All right. Well, okay. Fair enough. Let's go to the news. And I guess I'll take away the dev blog content poll. So they got a bunch of things listed here. Cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll list them off. I'll get your opinions on it. So they got a bunch of things that are going to be going to the polls. And, yeah, some of these are pretty big. So let's go through them and get our opinion. So the first things first. They want to do some improvements to free-to-play. So one of the first things they're mentioning is making Zamorak robes available for non-members. Because
now, would that make that Zamorak robes best in slot magic gear?
Yeah, I do believe so. Like, they're not very good, but they're a little bit better, because right now, if I'm not mistaken, it's just the wizard robes, right?
It's the wizard top hat, staff, and then an amulet of magic. That's what you wear for best.
Yeah.
The legs don't do anything. The legs, you get them from the Varrock dress.
Yeah, exactly.
Person.
Yeah. So, yeah, so they want to add the, Zamorak robes, and there's some areas you can actually kill them. You can kill Zamorak monks, so that's where you're obviously going to get them. What do you think about that?
Yeah, pretty cool.
It's a pretty big one. You think that's a good update?
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
mages need, or free to play needs better, like, gear in general. Not better gear, but, like, a variety. And, like, it's kind of weird, the best in slot magic, it's, like, 4 pieces of gear.
It's like the best mage gear is also the lowest. You know what I mean?
Pures just wear them just cause they look cool.
Yeah.
While they're PKing, yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna get pulled. Another, you knew the amulet of accuracy that you get from. Oh fuck! What quest do you get that from? Can't remember the quest name, but it's the one you get from turning in the magic beads. You get from the imp.
Oh, Imp Catcher?
I guess, yeah, imp catcher, yeah. So, they want to make it so that currently, once you get that amulet of accuracy and you lose it, the only way to get it is to buy it off someone else who's completed the quest. So, they want to make it so that when you turn in the beads, you can reobtain the amulet of accuracy if you've lost it.
Decent.
Next, they want to make Castle Wars free to play.
No, next. Stupid. No, I'm kidding. I think that's good. People have been asking for that for a while.
Yeah,
Man,
you can tell
honestly,
if you're serious or not, because I'm not surprised if people actually have that opinion of it.
why would you be against it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fucking sweet. That'd be fun to do a free to play Castle Wars.
I would feel like free to play Castle Wars would be better than members count because you just go in a full rune, maybe some D-hide, and using your normal magics. Like I think that'd be so sweet.
Yeah.
It's not
I
like,
agree.
oh fuck, this guy's got an AGS and I'm one shot, I'm dead.
And
You
everyone's
expect me for
frozen in the
70.
halls because there's a bunch of people with
Yeah.
Ice Barrage.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that'd be super cool. I honestly feel like
Free to play Castle Wars there's gonna be a Castle Wars community now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is, but you know what I mean. Like, I could see free to play Castle Wars being like populated, like actually populated.
Oh yeah, because what the fuck else is there doing free to play?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be the new bank standing location. Hell yeah! So that's gonna be cool. Unless
Do they describe how you're gonna get to Castle Wars?
Yeah, so I was just about to mention that. There's gonna be a pathway. You're only gonna be able to walk on the road that leads from Camelot. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say that would be fucking gay.
Everything else is blacked off with like a hidden wall.
It's like just RuneScape, the black abyss.
Yeah, but like you
Just
have to
everyone-
walk the actual tiles. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
the engines, there's no engine work to add in a new teleport or anything to it. So you just go into this dark world and walk it. Sorry. No, yeah, I was gonna mention how you actually get there. It's in Clan Wars, they're gonna be adding a new portal that's gonna take you right to the Castle Wars.
Okay, that's
So
pretty cool.
That's how you would do it. So yeah, we'll see if anything comes up. I'll be surprised if that doesn't pass. Next, they want to do some changes to the Preserve prayer, which was, if you don't remember back when the raids came out, they offered 3 new prayers. So Preserve, basically, how it stands currently, it keeps boosted stats increased for 20% longer. And keeping that prayer on right now, you'll lose 5 prayer points per minute. So what they want to change is they want to give it a little buff, increasing it from 20% longer to 50%, and you lose 3 points per minute, 3 prayer points per minute instead of 5 points.
I like that mainly because they ruined, logging off to reset your potion timer, your
Ruined?
boost timer.
That was a fucking stupid mechanic to begin with.
I disagree. I think it was
It's part of the game, man.
well, like now you can do the same thing, but it's like way more hectic, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what the worst is? You know why I hate it? I'll drink a potion, 5, 4, 3, 2, and boom, I lose like a 1 stat in like my super combat. Just because there's an invisible timer I didn't see, and I just click it, and immediately I see it go up, and then just drop 1 point. That happens
Dude,
to me like pretty often. It's like, come on, why can't it just start from 1 minute?
You gotta set
Like
a
they-
metronome next to I have a metronome going that kind of keeps track of all that for me.
Yeah, I should, but
No, I'm just kidding. If you had to do that, it'd be fucking ridiculous. Keep track of the in-game time.
I don't know. I just find like it's a little silly that like they took out a lot of consistency because they wanted to add this one prayer in that I don't think people cared about too much. Like, I definitely don't think people were like, we need a prayer that boosts potion duration.
No,
or
I
stab
think
boost duration.
no, I don't think that's how it happened. I think
No,
Jagex was more on the lines of we're sick of people logging out and logging back in. Like it's an exploit. You know what I mean? There's no way we're gonna keep that in as a legitimate mechanic. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take that out and we're gonna add in this prayer instead, and we're gonna do it like this.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, I guess.
Next they want to allow your Desert Amulet 4 that you get from the Desert Diaries, allow you to teleport to the Slayer only Calphite Cave. It'll offer unlimited teleports to it, and it's going to be existing along with the original teleport, which is to Narda right now.
I mean, sure. Like, I'm not against it, but I mean, it's only for Desert Amulet, the 4, right? It's only for the 4th? Yeah, why not?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't find it that much of a pain to go from Duel Arena or the Alcarad Palace there. I don't find it too much of a pain, but, you know, I guess getting teleported straight there would be pretty nice.
Today I was looking, because I was like, there has to be a way closer than the Duel Arena. Like, there has to be like a ferry ring or something that's to the Shanty Pass. There's got to be something, but I don't think there is, so yeah.
No.
I am not opposed to that one either. So, yeah, moving on. They want to do some changes to some magic spells. So, firstly, they want to introduce a new normal magic spell. This one's going to be called Shackle. It's basically a stronger version of Entangle. It's going to require level 92 magic. You're going to need 5 nature runes, 6 earth, and 6 water to cast. So right now, with Ancient Magic, you have Ice Barrage, which is 94 magic, and it freezes the person for 20 seconds. But with normal magic, you only have Snare, which is the strongest, and that's only 15 seconds, right?
Okay.
But yeah, so they're doing this just to give the normal spell book. You know, there's no reason for it not to have this spell, in my opinion. So yeah, now they're adding a spell that's kind of on par with the Ice Barrage.
Yep.
So that's going to be getting pulled. And as well as they tried this out with the Deadman mode, but now they want to see if about introducing this. So this one, I don't know how this would go, but they want to make it so protecting from magic will no longer have the duration of bind, snare, entangle, and I guess shackle if it's introduced. The prayer would still have the duration of your ancient magic, ice barrage and stuff like that, your ice spells.
Mm-hmm.
So, that one I'm sure might be a little bit more controversial. I think they just wanted to make it so that, you know, ancient magics isn't always your go-to for PvP magic. Like right now, the only reason you're using normal, at least in high level, is for teleblock, right?
Yeah.
For the most part. So, yeah, they kind of buffing the, I don't know what you want to call them. The snares, though, the entangles, the movement preventing spells.
I'm not much of like a deep wilderness PKer, and I don't have Ice Barrage. So, like, from my understanding, when you're in deep wilderness, you have someone come with you to teleblock, and then you, or whatever, vice versa, whatever. Someone comes with teleblock, someone comes with Ice Barrage, they get teleblocked, and then you barrage them, or if you're like deep enough, you don't even worry about teleblock, you just bring Ice Barrage.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I mean, Ice Barrage can hits what, like 30s at max hit with no occult necklace.
Yeah.
Like, you just have normal shit. You're gonna hit 30s with a barrage.
Yep.
And you can also freeze them for 20 seconds. So it's really good for like combat.
Yep.
But the nice thing, with the normal spell book is that you could teleblock them. And I think like Snare and Tango, whatever one's the better one, hits like 6s.
It does
It's
barely nothing.
Yeah, it does little amount, and it freezes them for like 15 seconds. So, but I'm thinking if they bring out like a better one that, let's say, it can hit to a 10, which isn't that much, obviously, but a 10 and then freezes you for like 20 seconds. I think the 20 seconds is still huge, but with a charged Ceradim Strike or a Zamorak Flame or Guffin Claw, whatever they're called, can't they hit 30s as well if they're charged?
How much can it hit?
Yeah, I always thought with
30.
charge you could, with charge you can hit a 30. I feel like it might make normal spellbook a little bit overpowered.
Yeah.
And my reasoning is, if you're on your own, you just bring the normal spellbook, and then if you're going to be tri-Bridding, instead of bringing ancient magic staff, you bring like a, let's say, Zamrock Flame or whatever. And there's one of them, one reduces like defense, one reduces magic, and one reduces like run energy, if I remember correctly.
Sarah Strike does prayer, Guthix does defense,
Yeah.
and I believe
Zamrock does magic. So like people would just bring the Zamrock shit, and they would like, you get teleblocked, you get snared or whatever, you get shackled, let's say, and then they're hitting you for up to 30. I mean, obviously they're going to be switching to melee and range and shit, but then they can also reduce your magic level, which makes it so you can hit a lot more easily. And then if they make it so normal spell books don't get reduced by protect you know what I mean? I feel like it might make normal spellbook a bit overpowered with like all this shit they're bringing in.
I don't know.
You know what I'm coming from with this? Like,
Yeah, I mean, with those god spells though, like you're not gonna have a lot of high level PKing getting done with that. That's a lot of lower levels doing that. If I'm
well, okay. The point I'm making is that a barrage, if you're just wearing full mystics and ancient staff and like a glory or something, and you have ice barrage with you in like your tri-Brid setup and your deep wildy PKing, like people would bring barrage because they think, hey, I'm deep enough, I can freeze them for 10 to 20 seconds depending if I can fake them out or not, and I can hit like 30s with this spell too. So it's like more DPS. I can fake. They'll actually be scared of me pulling up my magic, but I'll also be ranging and meleeing them.
Yep.
And then, but the downside is if they get to 30 wilderness or 20 wilderness, depending on what kind of teleport they have, like they get away. And like now, if they add all these changes that they want, like the shackle with not reducing, the snare timer. What I'm saying is they'll be bringing the same setup, except they'll have like a Zamrock, the Flames of Zamrock spell, and they'll teleblock you. And then they'll like shackle you, and then while they're swapping between their gears, every time they get a successful Flames of Zamrock, that can hit the same amount as an Ice Barrage.
But keep in mind
they'll also reduce your magic level, so you kind of have to keep attention to that, because once the lower it is, the more they'll be able to hit. Like more often they'll be able to hit you. I mean, obviously, instead of having 2 spells in one, there's like a whole nother spell you have to bring along. But the utility you have, and you can still do the same thing with ancient magics, if not better, more consistently. That's the only thing I'm like worried about, is them adding too much stuff at once.
Okay, now I'm gonna cut you off for a second though, but like, because with ancient magics, what do you need to cast Ice Barrage besides the level? Just the runes, right?
Yep.
Now, and when you're going with ancient magics, you're basically just bringing Ice Barrage. You're not really bringing more than one sets of runes for other spells, right?
Well, because Ice Barrage is so good that you...
Yeah,
I mean, what
exactly.
else are you going to bring with it? You're not going to bring Smoke or Bloodburst or anything. Like, you're going to bring Ice Barrage because it's so strong. And that's the only good spell, besides the teleports.
With normal magics, for what you're talking about, this person's going to have to bring a lot. They're not going to be able to bring, like, any other methods of combat, really.
Yeah, I will. Easy.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, but, but there's, like, the amount of runes in itself, like right here, it's nature runes, earth runes, water runes. That's for your entangles. Then you need chaos, death, and laws for your teleblock. And then for your charge, you need blood, fire, and air. And then for your the god spells, it's still blood, fire, and air. But you also need the staff to go with it, right? So like that's gonna take up a lot more, and like.
Well, yeah, it is a lot of space, but also with the combination runes, I mean...
I think what it's going to open up is you're going to be seeing people going out with just the normal spell book, and they're going to be just like using magic as their main method of damage, right?
No, because you can just protect magic.
But not with this change, right? So that's what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, like... The thing I'm saying is, like, you could just bring, like, the combo runes, like Dust, Mud.
Yeah, I know, but then now you're sacrificing, like, money and stuff, so if you die, you're at a bigger loss.
But, I mean, It's PKing. You're sacrificing money for fun. You know, if you're worried about losing money, you're not gonna go PKing.
Well, I mean, but it's at a more of a cost. Anyways, that depends on the person, right? So like, because like myself, I don't combine the runes. It just costs too much money for me to do that. So anyways, yeah, they just want to do those changes to kind of bring it up. I knew it was gonna be kind of controversial, but yeah, we'll have to see what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, I just want to, if they're gonna do it, I just want to see them phase them in, like, over time. Instead of, like, you know, here's here's, like, you know, 2 new things that are pretty good. There you go. Because that could just totally fuck everything up. I like to see them do, if these do pass, I like to see them do it one at a time. Because, like, I am down for, I like them both. I'm just worried, you know?
Yeah, like, for myself, I don't see the problem. I think the only thing it's going to do is people are going to not be using Ancients as much, and I don't see a problem with that.
The biggest thing is Abyss Runecrafters are going to hate it. They're all voting no. Teleblock with like a 20-second entangle.
I forgot about the Runecrafters.
Yeah, 20 seconds and the TB and shit. Like, that, they're going to have a hate if this comes out, if it gets passed. Like, I want to try and just see how many people are looking for Runecrafters to PK.
I fucking love it. Yeah, so yeah, vote yes just for that fact alone. That is awesome. And I know people hate it when you condone like Runecraft PKing, but you know what? I hate it when people go into the wilderness and thinking that it's a safe haven for them because they're not PKing.
Yeah, the only thing, like, just bring a Falador shield. That's what I've always done.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna protect item and enjoy the runes, the rune essence.
Yep.
Have fun with that. It's no fun.
Next, they want to do some changes to, well, it's a minor change for Puro. Right now, when you go through the wheat to get into it, it gives you 2 strength experience. And they want to make it so that you can toggle that so you don't get any experience. Because it's good for you skillers out there.
Oh, I didn't even think when I was reading that, I was like, who cares? And I was like, oh, and then you just said, like, okay.
It's the only thing I can think of is level 3 skillers.
Yeah. Because I was like, Pures? Why would Pures be doing that? Iron Man, it's what? Yeah, I forgot about skillers.
Next they want to change is with the magic skill cape. Right now it offers, you can change your spell book once per day. They want to change it to 5 times per day.
Sure.
Right now with Blast Mine, they want to have an overlay similar to Motherlode Mining, because with Motherlode Mining it tells you with the number of ores you've collected and stuff that are available to collect and whatnot. A lot of that's hard to tell because I use OS Buddy, and some of it I just assume it's OS Buddy.
Yeah.
Because fucking RuneScape's caveman client. So right now, they want to give a little buff to Iron Man PKing, because, surprise, surprise, I guess it's not too popular.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, obviously, if you're an Iron Man and you kill somebody, you don't get to pick up any of their items. So there's really not... So basically, if you die to an Iron Man, you can kind of walk back to your corpse and pick up all your shit. They want to make it so that if you die to an Iron Man, all those items are just going to get destroyed and get deleted. So the items that otherwise would have been able to be picked up are just going to get, like, scrapped. So there's more risk to the guy who's fighting the Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's pretty interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Right now, we're seeing a lot of introductions with a lot of boss layers, especially, where you can peek in to see if there's anybody in the lair. They want to add that to the lighthouse, where the Dagonoths are kind of in the basement. A lot of people go there to train, and there's somebody set up with a cannon there. So right now, when you get into the dungeon, you have to go into like a ladder. They want to make it so you can't see any NPCs or players, although you can see dwarf cannons, because there's a few times I would see that and be like, all right, there's someone down there, I think. So they want to make it so that you can see the NPCs from the ladder before climbing down. I might be reading this wrong because I'm confused at this part, but they also, alongside of it, you'll be able to peek into... There's going to be a peek option on the ladder, which would detail how many players are in the area below.
Yeah, I mean...
It is what it is.
Oh, okay, so you know what they're asking?
What?
Okay, so if you ever do Dagonoths, you have a Dagonoth task and you go to the lighthouse, which is, I'm assuming, where everyone goes. That's where I go. When you get to the ladder before you climb down into the Dagonoth pit, you can't see a cannon or anything like that.
You can see the cannon, because I've seen them before, but you can't see NPCs or players. Can't see anything else.
I've seen the cannons when I go up and down. Then I'll see the cannon. But
maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Maybe I'm just not paying attention. Maybe I don't see it until I actually see it. But and then because it's annoying, sometimes you'll drop down. Like when you're world hopping, you have to keep climbing up and down. You get hit once. Oh, there's a cannon. Let me wait 10 seconds. Like so, they want to change it so you can peek and look in, and then also if you can see shit.
Yeah, so if you see someone right away hop, and then you can also peek.
Yeah,
to give you a little list. Okay, cool. Next, they want to do some changes to fishing some cranberries. You know what I'm talking about. The octopi.
Yep. The sea urchins.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So right now, okay, so fishing for carabrams is a little bit different than fishing for anything else. You get these little vessels. They have to put these raw carambrangi, which is something else. And I guess you loot the vessel, and then you'll get your carabram, right?
Yep.
So right now they want to make it so the bait, the raw carambrangi, is stackable. So I guess this way you just got more inventory space or something.
Yeah, because if you've ever tried fishing them, it's such a bitch.
Yeah, it's
And
tedious.
it's such a pain in the ass that like
Leave it to the
pretty
bots.
sure. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. And they're like, oh, let's just make it a little bit more convenient, maybe for Iron Man, because I think you can buy them from a general store or something near Shiloh Village and around there. I think that's where the majority of them come in from the game.
Oh yeah, definitely. So speaking of though, they also are talking about reducing the amount of raw carambrams sold in the stall from 10 down to 5. All right, so make it more convenient for fishing, but make it a little harder to buy it.
If they do that, if they do the first change where they're stackable, the Karambwanji, then they should just. I think it should be a cheaper question.
There are 2 questions right now. Like those are 2 separate ones. And the third one is: should the same stall sell Karambwanji, the bait, sell a total of 50 of them for a cost of 10 GP each? It's just to make it easier for fishing them. So. Yeah, why not? If it's a pain in the ass, make it easier.
Yep.
If the only ones fishing it are bots, then it's got a problem. All right, so right now, when you level up, basically nobody in the world notices, and half the time you don't either. They want to make it so there's a little bit more excitement to your leveling up. They want to add some new fireworks. Right now, you get little sparkles, sort of like little. I don't even want to call them fireworks, but maybe you can call them a little bit of fireworks going off above your head when you level up. There's a 3-part question to this one. They want to add a new, larger firework animation. Should be celebrated for achieving level 99 in a skill. Fuck, I would have, might have made my 99 strength a little bit more exciting.
Yeah.
Question 2. Should new, even larger firework animations be added to celebrate reaching the maximum total level? And 3, should a new total level milestone notification be added? Every 25 total levels, you'll receive a notification in your chat box. Is anyone opposed to any of this? Anyone worried about the computer crashing from a little bit extra colors going off?
Well, good thing I can overclock.
Yeah.
Just overclock my PC, get 99. Sure. I mean, getting 99, I don't. I mean, in general, I don't really care to see the fireworks.
I think there should be something. Why not? There should be something.
Yeah.
Right? You're getting a 99. It shouldn't just be like, oh, you leveled up to 99. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like every other level. Yeah, it should be something, so. Fuck it. Next, they want to do a change to the Amulet of Chemistry. So the Amulet of Chemistry is one of the silver jewelry they added a little bit back. When you wear it and you're making potions in Herblore, you have a very small chance of making a 4-dose potion. It has 5 charges right now, and basically, when you're down to your last charge and you use the last charge and it breaks, you'll continue making potions. So they're asking if you want to do a toggle on a change so that you'll stop making potions when your amulet breaks.
Yeah, I think that should be a given. I think,
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Because generally that's when you want to know, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep putting on the Amulet of Chemistry, so.
Moving on. since we saw with the mining guild, the new mining gloves, they released the standard and superior gloves, which fuck, I close this.
The first one, like the lower level one, did like coal and coal, gold, and like mithril or something.
It was
like that.
silver, coal, and gold.
Yeah, and then the expert did mithril, adamant, and runite, where it would automatically chance to automatically refresh the ore that you're mining.
So yeah, that was the superior mining gloves that you just mentioned there.
Yeah.
So they're talking about introducing. Expert mining gloves, which would provide the effect of both of them. It's going to cost 60 unidentified materials to make, on top of the 120 for the superior mining gloves and the 60 for the regular. So,
I mean, I think you should be able to combine them both, save bank space, and convenience.
And yeah, you'll need 70 mining to equip them. So yeah. All right, next is some changes to the elite clue scroll. So right now, the hard clue scroll, you get the reward between 4 and 6 steps. And easy and medium, they increasingly get more. So, and then when you get to elite, which is the next step up, it goes from 4 to 6 with hard to 9 to 12 steps with an elite. So it's like it's doubled, right? It's a lot more.
Yep.
And if you don't know, that's actually even more than the master clue. So they're talking about bringing it down to getting a reward between steps 5 and 7, just to make it, I guess, more consistent.
Yeah, I find that weird that the elite's like more than master.
Yeah, at first I was like, yeah, totally, they should do that. But then I was thinking, like, the master clue is different to get, though. You can't really get one from a drop. You have to turn in 4 clues, or you get it as a reward from another clue scroll, right?
Yeah, you might be able to get it from fishing, because I have easy, medium, hard, elite, and a master in my bank right now. So I got the master from something.
Yeah, probably from another clue.
Yeah.
So yeah, doing that change will just kind of keep it on scale, right? So it seems more consistent. Yep. Next, with the mining pet, they want to add 3 more colors. They want to add basically it's a red, a teal, and a purple, which you can get them from the Dayalt, Elemental, and Lovakite.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what right.
Whatever.
Some changes to the in-game sounds. They're asking, should we remove the sound effects from all random event counters? The sound effects are felt by some players to be a source of frustration. And secondly, should we remove the sound effects from all boss pets? We aren't able to have the sound play only for the owner of the pet, so we can only offer to remove the sound effects entirely. It's odd they don't add like a toggle for that, though. Like, they added the toggle for a bunch of the questions up here. This one, they didn't mention toggling the sounds off.
Have you ever been like, oh, god damn it, these goddamn random event sounds are just killing me?
I mean,
I've never had that.
How often do you play with your sound on?
I have sound effects on when I'm AFK skilling or whatever.
Yeah.
You can hear when you're full on inventory, or when like your node, like your fishing spot or your tree gets cut down, whatever.
Yeah.
And the random events have never bugged me. If anything, it's like, oh, let me quickly dismiss this. Like, that's...
Maybe some people fucking just hate it. I don't know. But, and then I'm thinking of the boss pets. Maybe it's something similar to in World of Warcraft when somebody was riding a motorcycle mount near you. You just heard a constant engine just fucking idling. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't really play with the sound effects on too often unless I'm like going hyper focus. Half the time I'm listening to something, so.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be toggled, though. That seems a little bit harsh to just fucking cut her completely. Anyways, next. Ectofuntus. Right now it's only possible to store 65 tokens. They want to make it a little bit better for training, so they're looking to increase the limit to 1,000 from 65.
I think they should, because I do my daily ecto stuff. Like I have, I can trade in bones to Robin and get 20 bones and or bone meal and slimes, and like doing an inventory. You have to drop some shit, collect your tokens, and then finish your inventory. Like, it's such a bitch.
True. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I haven't done it in such a long time. I've only done it very few times. I don't even fucking use the teleport, man. I don't even go there to refill it.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you get there for farming, then?
Fucking boat to Port Phasmates. Just run. I hike it.
Man, you gotta bring me Ecto.
He sounds so disappointed.
Yeah, actually, it's time wasted. Solid couple minutes wasted. Damn, dude.
Back to the blast furnace. A while back, they made an update where they'd have some NPCs you could pay, and they would do some of the services for you. And yeah, they're looking to, I guess, increase what they do for an increased price. So they're looking to the price for them. And this only happens in the themed blast furnace world. So if you're not in a themed blast furnace world, you're still gonna have to operate it yourself or have someone else do it. It's going to cost 72,000, and the dwarves are going to be repairing broken pipes, the cogs, and the drive belt when needed. Do you do much blast furnace?
No, barely any.
Yeah, same.
Maybe like barely any. Like I wouldn't even say like I've really done it.
A ton of people were mentioning it to me when I was training smithing way back, and I was taking like 6 months to get from level 59 to 64. And I never ended up trying it just because, like, I'd just be too tired to sit down and learn how to do a new thing in RuneScape.
Yeah.
So, never ended up doing it. But anyways, I'm sure that's big for tons of people who do it. Like, so yeah, they're looking to do that change. So if you play it, I'm sure you're going to notice. And the next change they're looking to do is with the lizard shamans. In the Shazian, there's a camp, there's a swamp area. And they have there's shamans there that you can save spot, and which is basically how everybody kills them. So they want to combat this by proposing a new cave containing 8 shamans, and it's going to be underneath the swamp. And to get there, they're only going to be attackable on Slayer task, and you also need 100% favor to get in. Alongside with this, they will be removing the 2 shamans from the swamp area. Regardless of the outcome, though, they're just removing the shamans, so that's not even going to get pulled.
About time.
Yeah, so if you don't know, I don't think you need any favor to kill those shamans. Is that correct?
Yeah, you don't need any favor.
Yeah, and then there's another area where you can kill shamans, but you need your favor up with the Shazian house.
Yeah.
On Zaya, so... Yeah, I know a lot of people think that's bullshit, and yeah, I agree. So they're getting taken out, no question.
It just amazes me that when they added in the 2 safe spottable shamans, thinking like, oh, it's a good idea, and all it did was it got people to just make like fucking bot accounts to just safe spot them.
Okay,
and like the Dragon Warhammer crashed so hard in price. Yeah, I don't even want to know what it is right now. It's probably like, hopefully, it's still 67 mil.
Why don't you just buy it? You're looking to get one. You can buy it. Well, from that perspective, it's not too bad. But
well, I mean, I could sell some shit and buy it. I might do that and wait for it to like shoot up in price. But I don't know. I just don't like how that was a thing. Like Dragon Warhammers shouldn't have been able to be obtained on level 40s. Like that's so stupid.
Well, that's not going to be happening
with crystal longbows. Yeah, so they're taking that out, thankfully.
Yeah, so that's good. And they also mention it here. If you don't know, Brutal Black Dragons got released a while ago. I believe it came out with the Catacombs in general.
Yep.
And they were very controversial because you needed no Slayer to kill them, and they had a really good drop table, like on par, or maybe even better than Wyverns. And Skeletal Wyverns take 72 Slayer to kill. So you gotta keep that in mind. And the Brutal Black Dragons are basically AFK.
Yeah, they're kind of AFK.
Sort of. Like, you don't have to worry about taking much damage.
It's like,
It's just
The
prayer.
thing with wyverns was you could camp it for eternity if you just had enough elks and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
Brutal
right.
blacks,
Mhm.
brutal black dragons, you can, but there's a bank right near it and a prayer altar right near it, and you need to pray magic and all that jazz.
Yeah, I always
They hurt.
forget about safe spotting wyverns because I've been mealing them for so long, so I always forget about that. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it just amazes me that now this is Zulrah 2.0, as in they just took like 2 years to fix it.
yeah.
'Cause
So
people have been bitching about this since release, and now they're finally doing that. But sorry, go on because there's a bit more.
yeah, with the brutal black dragons, been a bunch of issues because not only was not only were they very accessible and pretty easy to kill and had a very good drop table, but the King Black, this is what I thought was stupid. I know a lot of people thought this was stupid as well. So right now, the King Black Dragon drops the Visage,
Yep.
and before this, Mithril Dragons were the only thing that dropped the Dragon Full Helmet. When the Brutal Black Dragons were released, they dropped both. So that was something else that people complained about.
Yeah,
So-
Dragon. Sorry, go.
No, I'm just gonna say, yeah. So they're just gonna be implementing this change as well. They're gonna be trying to balance. I don't even think they're pulling this one either. So they're gonna be giving it 77 Slayer, and they're removing the Dragon Full Helmet from the drop table.
Yep.
I mean, damage has been done. The Dragon Full Helm dropped so much since the release of Brutal Black Dragons because Mithril Dragons are way harder to kill.
Yep.
And they're more inconvenient to kill. Further
Oh,
from
yeah.
a bank, there's no altar near it at all.
And you need to do
And-
the Barbarian mini quest.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's not that accessible. And like, don't you have to buy it? No, you don't have to buy it. No, you can buy it to be assigned for Slayer, but no one did it because it's useless. And the full helms were worth a lot when it was just the mithril dragons and shit, but then they add the brutal blacks and it just killed the price. Because
At least
if you
30
go there,
mil, I believe.
yeah, like you go there and it's just like pures and stuff killing it. The odd person doing it for Slayer, but the brutal black dragons are so packed all the time.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, it is. So yeah, if you don't know, a Dragon Full Helmet is sitting at 15 mil.
Yeah.
Then again,
that's
it's
fucked.
basically a cosmetic item. So for the
It is a cosmetic item, but
yeah. So
but still.
anyway, so that's all going to be happening. And finally, last thing that I'm going to be mentioning before you take it away here is they seem to be completely stumped trying to come up with a reward to offer for completing 100 master clues. So they said, fuck it. We don't want to do any work. Let the community do the work for us. And they're saying, send in your player design content and to see what do you guys think should be the reward for 100 master clues? And when I say like you guys, I mean, yeah, they personally asked our audience. No, I'm just kidding. Had you guys go in there for a second, didn't I? So yeah, if you want to, they say, you can tweet it at them or post it on the subreddit or the old school content suggestion forums. Cause yeah, apparently people use those. They actually do. There's like 15 people that use them. And it says right here, if you need some incentive for winning, why not 3 months membership? And it says, is this better than the universal adulation you'll get for winning? So, give me a second to Google that. Adulation, flattery. Wow, they're saying half, like, the best part of the reward should be flattery. Motherfuckers. I love it.
That's kind of cool. I mean, they got the bloodhound, they got the spade. I don't know what else they'd have that they could add. That'd be kind of cool.
That's the thing. They're stumped. So they're like, hey, let us know what you guys think.
The only thing I can think of is like a weapon that's just a big ass casket that you carry on your shoulder.
They already have the casket you can carry.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I'm sure there's a fun item they can think of, but they want to make it like 100 master clue worthy. I'm sure they have like a list of like 200 items, and they're just like, all right, have we picked an item yet? And someone's like, hey, I came up with 10 more items we could use for it. And just like, damn it, you're not fucking helping.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't
there's
know.
that.
A cape? I don't fucking know. A clue scroll cape.
Ring of Clue Scroll turn into a Clue Scroll on the ground. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, lot of questions getting pulled there. Yeah, your turn. Take it away. Tell us about the update that actually happened.
All right, so this week we had the Fishing Guild expansion, which added a new area, like a new platform. You'd go there, and it's the whole, you catch minnows, fly fish will come up trying to eat your minnows, and all that jazz. I believe it's every 15 seconds the minnows will move in a clockwise, I believe.
12, if I'm not
rotation.
mistaken.
Okay, yeah. Well, every few seconds they'll move like one spot over, and sometimes there'll be fly fish to eat your minnows. It's pretty easy, whatever. And yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
New method to catch sharks, actually, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I should probably mention that. You trade them in, you get sharks, and yeah, it's really good way to get sharks to the point where sharks have crashed like 200 GP.
Damn.
They're at like 800 last time I checked, the raw sharks. So at 82, you'll get about 400 sharks an hour. 82 is the minimum fishing requirement. I should have mentioned that. And at 99, you'll get like around 650 sharks an hour.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So the requirements is 82 fishing and the full angler's outfit, which you have to get from the fishing trawler, and then do fishing contest.
All right.
The Fishing Guild now gives you a +7 invisible boost.
Oh, just like the Woodcutting Guild.
Yeah, and the Mining Guild now. So making it all consistent. Yeah, pretty nice little expansion. Good way for Iron Men and stuff to get sharks and whatnot. Yeah. And, so that being said, the Deadman, autumn season, they call it. The new Deadman mode seasonal has come out. And yeah, it'll be, final on RuneFest or whatever. That's when the final will be going on. They have they have UI now because they've added the 50 times experience to rebuild the stats that you lose when you die. So there's like a UI you can look over and it'll show you, how much you need and what your cap will be and all that jazz.
Yeah, so it's similar to like when you scroll over, I'm looking at it now, one of your other skills, and it'll tell you how much experience you have remaining to your next level and total experience.
How much you gotta regain.
Yeah, it'll be added onto that, so.
Yep. So, they've reduced the worlds to 5. There's 5 Deadman seasonal worlds right now. 1 Australian, 2 US, 1 German, 1 European, or 1 UK, sorry.
Okay.
Deadman mode seems a lot more alive than it did last time around.
Yeah.
Like, the player base has stayed around a lot longer, I think.
Oh, yeah, and I can, I've been watching some streams and shit, and, that's the consensus I've been seeing and hearing as well, that it's not gonna die out as fast. I'm sure it will still die out, but just not as fast.
Yeah, starting next week, the numbers will drop hard, as always, once Ancient comes out. But yeah. In other news, one of the Australian worlds, World 91, now has a skill cap of 1750 to gain access to it.
Okay.
There's a deposit, there's the Financial Wizard and Deadman seasonal, that you can deposit your stuff in your little safe spot, your little safekeeping spot thingy.
Yeah.
At the Central Courant, bank.
Okay, I guess they just forgot to add him there before.
Yeah. If you drop your mining gloves, they'll appear above ore. Now, that wasn't a thing if you dropped it, but
all
yeah,
right.
now they will.
There's no reason to drop them though, right?
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird.
Anyways.
The members area of the mining guild is now a safe area in PvP worlds.
Oh, damn.
I wish I would have went there and tried to PK some miners. That would actually be kind of funny. If people were mining there to stay away from everyone, that'd be kind of hilarious to do.
I know when me and Peregrine were doing Deadman mode, he was doing mining and he was hitting up the mining guild. So
yeah, interesting. The damage bonus for the full elite the full elite mage void mage, whatever, and it will now display in the equipment menu. So now you'll see the damage bonus and whatnot.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. The board games news board has been found within the games room. That was found within the games room. Let me say that again. The board game news board found within the games room has now been removed.
Aw.
I mean, I don't know many people that still do the games room stuff, but yeah.
Update that shit.
Yeah. And then just a couple bug fixes.
Sounds good. Classic.
Yeah, and
cool.
that's it for that.
Sweet. Yeah, a lot to go over there. A lot of... Seems like this is a really good year for RuneScape. Am I wrong? It feels like we're getting a lot of updates compared to last year.
A lot of like major updates.
Like bigger
and,
ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think last year they were just working on it, and now this year they're polishing it, putting it out, and then working on stuff that we've been asking for as well as the stuff we've been waiting for.
It's like they were playing catch up.
We're still getting Fossil Island, and so there's still like a lot more to come.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. Maybe it was the same last year. Who knows? But it was the news right there. And without going on too much longer, I think we should slide into our question of the week.
Yep.
So, question of the week last week was, what was your favorite holiday items or events? So we actually did get someone write in. It's for the question 2 weeks ago, telling us a band story or something like that, something along those lines. So, yeah, Zach Hicks wrote in and tell us he says right here, not necessarily a band story, but this is back in his 6th grade when he lost an account. So, talks about how they're a bunch of friends, your little kids, level 45 with full gothics and obby cape, that type of jazz. Spending a lot of time spinning flax, looting in the wild, bank standing, chilling at the Varrock Garden World 3, the usual. So my best friend at the time and I played RuneScape at each other's house, and they would take turns playing on each other's accounts just because there was just one desktop in it, so obviously we knew each other's passwords and everything. Pretty close in level, same value of bank, until my friend, I'm reading this confused, let me say that again. Until his friend started doing some Google searching and came across the idea of, oh shit, I can spend real money for fake money. He would literally go into his dad's sock drawer, steal his credit card, buy like 1 mil or 2 mil a week. Back then that was a shit ton of money. Of course it was, man. Level 45, that's a fuck ton of money. So start freaking out, that's awesome. So Zach starts asking his dad if he can bum his credit card for money. Hell no, fucking that's how you get your credit card stolen. That's how you get viruses, motherfucker. So denies him. Month or two goes by. This kid is now sitting with 20 mil, nature runes, fury, looking like a G, all that type of shit. Zach's feeling jealous, sitting back there, not feeling too good about it. It's fucking bullshit. Subconsciously, he's rooting for him to fail. Just wants him to lose it all. One day, as they were both playing at separate houses, talking on the phone while they were playing, at one point, his friend is mentioning he's in the process of changing his password. While he is doing it, I shit you not, quote from the email, he literally forgot what he changed it to as soon as he changed his password. Like he must have been multitasking or not paying attention or something and changed it and couldn't remember for the life of him. And immediately, dude, wait, I just lost my password and I don't know what it is. Zach can hear the sheer panic in his voice, and I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, dude, I cannot remember it. Oh my god, help me try and think of it. So immediately, he's feeling kind of good because he's feeling jealous or a feeling of hell yeah, lol. But I sit there on the phone and try to help him remember. After about 15 minutes of trying to resolve it, his dad comes in the room and kind of goes like, what's wrong? Because he's flipping his shit. He starts crying, changes his password, kind of explains what happened, starts melting down. And I immediately start laughing like a little kid. I drop to the floor, start making all these funny noises, and just can't hold it together. Eventually he goes, dude, I gotta go. Cries and hangs up. I drop the phone and I'm just losing it, like in tears laughing for some reason. I was an awful kid for doing this. So after like 30 minutes, I go to log into my account. Boom. Incorrect password.
Oh, he fucking hacked him?
No fucking way. Tries
Oh my
like 4
God.
more times. Incorrect password. Every single time. Call him up now. Now I'm panicking. You changed my password. He's like, no, I didn't, but obviously he did. To conclude this story, we both cried ourselves to... To conclude this long story, we both cried ourselves to sleep that night. 1 week later, we were both back at Tutorial Island. And still best buds.
Wait, what the fuck? Okay, wait, so Zach didn't steal the dude's account. The guy just forgot his password.
He must have...
And then he gets...
I guess they shared the same account or something. Must have changed the password.
Oh. Still, that's pretty fucked. Imagine, like, real world trading, dropping bills, dropping some dollars in your account, and you just, like, forget the password, and, like, that's it. Money down the drain.
Yeah, and the worst thing is fucking once Dadarino finds out that you're stealing his credit card from his sock drawer and fucking spending it on some Chinese gold farmers. And then the worst thing is you don't even have any of that gold to fucking, once he's done yelling at you, you can jump on RuneScape and go like buy full infinity or some shit. I don't know, whatever you're gonna do with it.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
Man, okay, by the way, I just want to say, if I read that story a little confusing, I apologize. I tried reading it one way, then I said, you know what, maybe I'll just narrate the story. And then I went back. I hope you understand how it went. But, yeah, that fucking sucks. Every time I hear a story like that, it gets me thinking of something like some bullshit that happened to me before.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly go. I'd share my account countless times. I mentioned before, I was very trustworthy as a kid, and I got hacked basically by every single person who I lent my account to. So yeah, never really learned, I don't think. So eventually learned, I should say. But
Yeah.
I remember this one time, I think I was on my pure or something like that, and I was training my mage in the Lesser Demons area in the Karamja Island. And you can kind of save spot him at that area, but the only thing is, like, you can still get hit if you walk one space out. Right?
Yep.
And I'm on my pure, who's just like probably just a mage pure, like 1 defense and all that shit. And I can't remember what happened, but I almost died and I ran out of food, and I guess I just got hit too many times, and like I probably had like 2 health left. And I was like, oh fuck. And I just like logged out real quick. And I think I was going to bring my main over there and drop some food or something, and then just go pick it up on it and just try to eat it right away or some shit. I don't really know. But as soon as I fucking logged out and I go to log back in, like as soon as I logged out and logged to my main, I see my fucking pure log back in. And then I'm just
What the
like,
fuck?
oh my god. And I knew it was the guy that I like would share like my accounts with a bit. I knew he jumped on, and I was telling him like, dude, get the fuck off. Like, don't log in. Like, I was like spamming, like, get off, like, log out right now. Like, I was on it, and I need to log back in and like,
Get your shit. Get the food you dropped or whatever.
yeah, he ended up fucking like just like logs off after like a couple minutes, and then I go on and I'm fucking in Lumbridge, and I'm like, dude, and he's like, man, I'm sorry, I didn't know, I just logged on to check it out and fucking got 1 hit by the Lesser Demon. And I was like, oh my god, you're not allowed on my account anymore, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, the question of the week this week, I'm thinking we go with a little hypothetical situation. If every teleport system was removed from RuneScape, but you were able to have 1 unlimited teleport tab or teleport scroll, what are you going to choose? Fairy rings are gone. Mining carts are gone.
Can I choose like a ring or a necklace, like something that has multiple teleports, or is there only one
Teleporting like method.
I'm thinking just a tele tab or a tele scroll you would get from a clue scroll.
Probably Varrock.
Think Varrock?
Probably. Just because of the bank. And there's a lot of... you can go to Black Chins from Varrock, from the GE. There's the GE there. You're kind of close to Canifis. Oh wait, you can't do the canoes.
No.
Fuck, I don't know. Probably just Varrock. I'd probably just
Varrock.
use Varrock because the Grand Exchange.
Yeah, you don't have too many options. Like, I was thinking about this, and I would probably go with Camelot. I think, at least. You could always just fucking kill yourself and go back to Varrock, or go back to Falador
Yeah, that's
or
true.
Lumbridge or some shit.
Did I tell you back in the day? Did I ever say this? Back when I was a little noob on Deco 7? What I do was, if I wanted to get to Lumbridge, I'd bank everything. Like, I'd say I'm in Varrock and I need to get to Lumbridge. I would bank everything and just kill Dark Mages. I'd punch them until I died. And then it got to a point where I was too high of a level and I'd have like 20 or 30 gnats. I'd go bank it.
Damn.
Cause there was no home teleport, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I get full energy. I get my prayer back. I get some experience. This is efficient.
Dude, that's not bad.
That's what I did. So
The original home teleport right there.
yeah, maybe I just like, yeah, Camelot's good because you can always just like camp DKs and shit. You can always just teleport to Camelot, run up to Dagonoth Kings. There's wood cutting right there.
Varrock is much more useful of a city.
Yeah, there's a lot more to do.
Yeah. Well, let us know what your answers are and get creative with it. There's a ton of clue scrolls and shit too, so let's hear what your answers are.
Dig
And-
site teleport.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Teleport to the fucking dig site.
It's good
Yeah.
for your dig site only Iron Man.
Yep.
So cool. And yeah, also for those are the content, the suggestions and shit, let us know what your opinions are on some of it. If you disagree,
we down
or
to discuss it.
yeah, if we're fucking missing like another aspect of a certain part that they're going to be changing, definitely do tell us.
Let's be real. We just wanted the 3 months of membership, so we're just gonna take your ideas and submit them.
Oh yeah, that too. Let us know. Yeah,
Yeah.
send us your content suggestions to
Yep.
Jagex, and then yeah, we'll with how about this? Yeah, everyone send it. We'll collect all the names, and with the 3 months, when we win it, we'll divvy it up between all of us.
Yeah, we'll all each get a day.
Or we'll open up one account. We'll make it the Wilderness Podcast account.
Yeah.
That was that. Yeah, well, there's a lot to go through there. Felt like at least.
Yep. It's a content heavy episode.
Yeah, which is always great to hear. But you don't got much going on next week, right? We don't need to go over this.
Yeah, nothing. Got nothing next week.
Let's pull the cord.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. This was 41. I'm
Yep.
Dilz.
I'm Deagin.
Switching it up every time. All right.
Oh,
Till
yeah.
next time.
All right, take it easy.
Toodaloo.